right, welcome back to KUTV Rise Today. This is still Biashara Tuesday. It's on air na hapa ni masaa ya mimi kuteka sit and also listen to a bit of expertise kwa wale watu ambao wanafanya some of those things we are trying to achieve here. Remember, it's all about business here on Biashara Tuesday, innovation and everything in between. How do we get ourselves to be innovative, to think further than we have been taught to think. Quite a tongue twister there. But yes, we are trying to push our boundaries, and what we are looking at right about now is MHESH 2022. And I want you guys to go over to MHESH2022.com and check it out as we have this discussion, and also on Play Store. MHESH 2022 app is there. Ukiangalia pale, upatie review, ukiangalia what some of those things that are offered by that application. That is a conversation I'm having here with the founder and director of MHESH 2022. Welcome to the show. Thank you. How are you?
Oh, thank you.
Hold the mic a bit closer. Yes. Great. Introduction to our viewers, okay. And to let us know you as the founder and director of MHESH, what MHESH is all about.
Okay. My name is Hanna Kanuna. A mother, an entrepreneur, the founder for My Kenyan Guide. My Kenyan Guide is the mother company. So MHESH is a mobile app and a website that lists the 2022 political aspirants for you, the Kenyan, to be easier to access these manifestos and their agendas and to ask the questions that we don't normally ask.
All right. The question we don't normally ask.
Yeah.
MyKenyanGuide.com, that you said is the...
That is a mother company.
All right. And what's that about?
It's a directory.
Yes. For businesses?
For businesses and service providers.
How does it work, that one, before we get to my
Okay. For example, you're over here and you're looking for a baker, you're looking for a mechanic, you just go to MHESH, and then if there's any nearby, you can search a mechanic nearby, search.
My Kenyan Guide.
Yes, My Kenyan Guide. Yeah. You can even look for one in any of the 47 counties. If your mom Akoshago and you're looking for a vet, you can just go to MHESH, maybe Kisumu, for example. Vet where, Kisumu where. Maybe a place in Kisumu and search.
That's my Kenyan Guide.
That is My Kenyan Guide.
All right.
Yes.
So MHESH, when did you start MHESH 2022?
I think it was registered back in 2016. Was it 2016 or 2017?
Under
My Kenyan Guide. My Kenyan Guide is another company, yes.
Okay.
So we can do two things with My Kenyan Guide. We can list service providers and businesses, and we can also list political aspirants.
All right.
Yes.
Was it still MHESH 2022 back then?
Back then, no, it was My Kenyan Guide.
Okay.
Yes.
So what was the motivation at the time for MHESH?
In 2017, well, like most Kenyans, actually it started in the idea started in 2013. I was pregnant. And what happened was...
Congratulations, years later.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I voted based on the political parties. So I didn't even know anyone on the ballot. As long as you were on that particular party that I wanted, it was just a tick, 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 tick. And then years later, there's no progress, there's nothing, and you're like, oh, by the way, maybe I should have asked a question. Maybe I should have voted for maybe I don't know who. Maybe I should have done it BCZ. That is where the motivation came from. Yes.
So you decided, heri tupatie wa Kenya sasa MHESH.
Yes, the platform where we want you to be conversant with whoever is vying. We want you to know your aspirant, because most Kenyans normally we vote because based on a political party. That's why on MHESH we've not included the presidential position. That one, yes, we've not. Okay. That one is automatic.
I didn't notice.
People are very loyal to the political, presidential candidates. So that one you cannot talk to people out of that.
Don't feel you can find a way.
Oh, imagine you cannot. That one, just leave that one.
Right.
But when it comes to like a position like members of county assembly, those are MCs, members of parliament, those are MPs. You find that people, if you're going to vote for a person based on their political party, please remember, it is not the political party that is going to perform, it's the individual.
Right.
Yes, it's the individual. So that is what we're trying to bring to the table. If maybe you have 5 people vying for the same position, peruse their profiles. If you have a question, ask a question. If it's an incumbent, if you go to MHESH and someone is listed over there, you're going to know if this person is an incumbent or they are an aspirant. Because so many people have moved. Others have relocated to Mombasa.
MPs elsewhere, and
yes, others have normal Kenyans.
Oh, okay.
They wananchi.
Oh, okay.
You've gone to Nakuru. You've gone to where else? Whichever county or constituency or ward. Ask someone who is your MP. They don't know.
All right. So they get this
So
information.
when you go to my MHESH, if they are vying for the same position and you've not really seen much what they've done, you can ask a question. Kwanza umefanya nini? You know, you can look at their manifesto. You can look at their. We have some questions that are very personal. Why are you vying? You know, I want to know why do you want my vote? Because you know you're 200, you're 50 bob. These ones they give out. These ones they don't really do much. Right now, what can you do with 200 shillings and 50 shillings? Mkate hata saini 55 bob. Hata 50 bob pita nibai hata mkate.
Haiwezi.
Yeah, haiwezi.
So which means we need this information. What have you been doing?
And then
where
at
have
your
you been?
own free time. Because if you're working, maybe for example, you leave the house at around 7, you come back at maybe 6 or whatever time. By the time you're getting home, you're already tired. You don't have that time to work on every poster and read what every person is saying.
Or attend
that
those
is where
rallies.
we're coming. Yes, or attend them. And then there's so much violence and so much tension. So this is where we're coming in.
Right.
At your own free time, go to mymhesh.com, www.mymhesh.com, or the mobile app. And just peruse the profiles, understand what they are saying, you know.
Right.
Yes.
Tell us about the various sections in MHESH and what information does one get access to while they're on there.
Okay. MHESH is divided into 5 sections.
Whoa.
There's a governor, senator, woman rep, members of parliament, those are MPs, and members of county assembly, those are MCAs. So when you go to MHESH, you will get information about governors in any county. There's no limit. If you want to know who is vying Ukusha, go. You want to know who is vying in, maybe you want to relocate next year and maybe go to Mombasa. If you want to know whichever county, you just go to my MHESH and you can find this details.
Can find that information.
But I have to say this. Please note, we do not list any aspirants. They have to do that themselves. Because there's this information we cannot acquire. For example, like the question of why are you vying? Why you? Your manifesto, your agenda. You see that one now, personally, as the founder, that is a bit tricky to get.
That's not up to you.
Exactly, that's you. You know, you're the one to tell me why you're vying, etc., ABC. So if you don't find someone, it's not because of me or the app, it's because they've not listed themselves.
Now that we are on information, who collects the information that is there on the platform?
We do.
How so?
By when you fill in the details, we retain the information you fill in.
Okay, so all these candidates or all these governors, senators, MCAs, women rep, they enlist themselves onto the platform?
Yes.
All right. And how do you get to now bring it out or make awareness that to them to...
Oh, that's what we've been working on. Yes, that's a very good question. So we were having a challenge with the mobile app. We had the 2 apps, both on iOS and Android. But now it has been a bit of issues up and there, so we decided we're just going to proceed with the Android one for now. So what we're doing is we're bringing our awareness on the ground to the normal wananchi. So we've been traveling. You're going to see a lot of that online if you follow us online. Yes.
All right, and how do you verify the information now? If I enlist myself,
yeah, that's a very good question. Yes, Sasa, you know, for you to list yourself, you have to pay, and then there's that privacy policy, because you know pseudo accounts. That is something I don't know if we're going to manage how to tackle that.
Catfish.
It's a it's a problem everywhere on Facebook, even big giants like Facebook, Instagram. They're still struggling with that.
Right.
So sadly, I don't know if we're going to tackle that. Yes.
Right.
But listing is not free.
How much is it?
For the member of county assembly, it's 3,000 only. MPs, women rep, and senators is 4,000, and governors is 5,000. Very kidogo money.
Very kidogo money, and that's a one-off payment.
One-off. We hata usilipe tena. Just please do something else with your money.
If I go onto the platform, if I've moved to Kisii.
Yes.
Let's say. And I want to know kama MP huko amekuwa akifanya kazi, or they're on there in the platform, and I don't find them there. How do I ensure that you guys bring me that information? Or is there a way I can reach out to guys at MHESH and be buni and list watu wa hii side or something like that?
That's we are not listing anybody, because the questions that are over there, we cannot provide that information, because you as Richard, you're vying to be the maybe the governor of Kisii. Sasa me as Hannah, how will I know why you're vying? There's so many questions over there.
Okay.
And there are questions I cannot answer, and then I cannot list you and still pay for you.
Okay.
So like
I was asking for I'm a Kenyan.
Yes, you're Kenyan.
I'm just a Kenyan.
Yes.
Who wants to know who to vote for as governor for Kisii
No,
County.
that one we're not telling you. You're the one to decide. What we're doing, we're just bringing out the information.
Okay.
For example, this is Richard, this is Hannah, and this is maybe Ian, right? So I want to know who is the best one to vote for. For example, you can just peruse the profiles. And I have to mention, the reason we decided to do that, to our slogan kindly, it's Kagua, Compare, Amua. We are also interviewing politicians, aspirants, and there's this particular person who I will not mention. We asked them, on your manifesto you said unataka kuleta stima, but huku kuna stima. It's a whole constituency, and they were really arguing, saying no, there's no stima. So we were very specific. Okay, so which area of this constituency haina stima? And they started to stammer. So yeah, most of these manifestos are normally copy pasted. Ask somebody, how do you plan to implement number 5 on your manifesto? They have nothing to tell you.
Right.
They even start to intimidate you. So I think the way they're answering those questions, utajua either mtu anajua Kenya anasema ama ni pitu anakufanyisha.
So that's how you also ensure that
that's
you're
the information you're trying to bring out. Yes,
yeah,
you can also leave a review. You can ask a question over there. You can check out how they've answered the other questions as well.
Right. You also have a blog section.
We do.
Tell me a bit about that.
So for that one, we're trying to keep Kenyans updated with what is happening currently. Yes.
And
politically.
So for example,
yesterday when Nani Wanjigi was what is it called?
Being unveiled as a presidential candidate.
Yes,
right.
There is information that should be up there.
Okay, so people should check that out. Also, there is that information. Why do you think it's necessary to have MHESH in the hands of Kenyans? Like
I said, we need Kenyans to be conversant with these political aspirants. Remember, when you vote for a person and not presidential, any other seat, governors, senators, because based on political parties, you need to keep in mind it is not the political party that is going to do the work, it is the individual. That is why we're coming on board. And we also have so many, and I'm not here to advocate for independent candidates, but on the ground, which you'll be seeing, like I said, you'll be seeing these videos very soon. Some of these individual candidates really are so vivid about what they want to do. You ask them, how do you plan to implement number 2? The way they're even explaining it, you're like, wow, okay, wow, interesting. And then you have someone with a very big political party. How do you plan to implement number 1? These things, don't worry. These things, I'll do them. Okay, so how do you plan to create employment? I'll bring a lot of factories. Which kind of factories? You just wait and see. You just vote for me. Wait and see. Yes.
All right. So making sure that Kenyans are getting the relevant information and putting the leaders to
from
task.
The source.
And this will work even after the elections?
I'm planning to keep it. I'm planning to merge it now with my Kenyan Guide.
How so?
Do I really want to give her that idea right now? So my Kenyan Guide is my Kenyan Guide is live, right? So what we want to do with my Kenyan Guide, as per this moment, if you're looking for a baker in Nairobi, you'll find, right? If you're looking for a baker in Kahawa Sukari, you'll find. Kahawa Sukari is a word. I guess it is.
I hope it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, what we want to do is up on top. If you go to Kahawa Sukari, you're looking for maybe bakers, mechanics, salonists. Hapo juu kutakuwa na kaslot ka MCA wako. So if you have a question for your MCA, we want the relationship to continue. So itakuwa like huyu ni MCA, then chini kuna maybe lawyers and service providers and businesses.
Okay. So
we're going to merge the two because it's already one company anyway. So we're just going to merge the two.
And politicians are service providers. They're providing service to Kenyans. So yes, they should be there as well. Yes. What is the future long term that you see with MHESH?
Well, it's not MHESH per se. It's
my Kenyan Guide.
My Kenyan Guide. Well, I'm a dreamer. So for my future personally, I would prefer to go continental. Yes. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be a dream come true.
That would be the it.
Yes, I would like to own my African Guide.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, all the best. May that happen.
Thank you.
My African Guide.
My African Guide.
Having all the information across all the continent, also the countries of the continent.
Yes.
Okay. Any plans that you're underway?
No, at this moment, on Kenya now, we're focusing on MHESH. This is the election period. So we're in the season.
All right.
Yes.
You chose MHESH. It's quite catchy. So
I know. And relevant.
And very relevant to Kenyans. Before we go on with the conversation, I want us to do an icebreaker hapa katikati. I know we've already broken the ice, but
okay.
Uko ready?
No, siko ready. Actually, I'm nervous. I'm very nervous.
Uko ready and you don't even know what it's about. All right. So this paper, you're going to use it to write a list of all the enemies you want me to go after. Sorry, that's not it. I'm joking. We're going to play a game.
Okay.
Almost had you there. Ushaanza kufikiria, ulikuwa ushaanza kufikiria couple
nashindwa sasa niandike shetani ama niandike nani?
All right, so we're going to play a game, and my producer will be informing me what kind of game it is. I'm also not aware. We call it Identify the Brand, and what we do here is identify the brand according to what we're being displayed with on the screen. On the what I have here is tags, what do you call them? Slogans, taglines, and then you're going to write the company that you think the slogan belongs to, and then we're going to mark it against each other. You get it? You get it?
I get it.
Yeah, so we're going to get 5 of those slogans or taglines, and then we have 5 seconds each. 20 seconds per slogan. All right. 20 seconds for all of them. So we're going to get 20 seconds for all of them, and we're having 5 of them. Let's begin right about now. If you're at home, you can join in. Now tuambie kama unajua any of those. So let's begin with the first one. And currently, let's begin right about now. Be 100% sure. That is the first one. Oh my God. Be 100% sure. The second one, obey your thirst. Obey your thirst. Be 100% sure. Obey your thirst. All right, the third one, it's in the game. Number 4 is off the wall. Number 5, the art of performance. All right. Let's get it again.
Oh my God.
Let's get it again, please. Yeah, Tuandiki. All right, give us the answers then.
This is not fair.
Mkiangalia vitu tuna exchange papers there. We barely wrote.
We've written one is for number 2.
Be 100% sure.
No, that was too hard.
It is quite hard, right?
No, that was too hard. Not even so? Quite. It's 100% hard.
Be 100% sure.
Aye.
What did you think that is?
I don't know. Condom.
I thought so too.
And you didn't write that?
No.
What is the answer for that? What is the answer for number 1?
It is Dettol.
By the way, that it's Dettol, Aki, surely.
Funny that I am a very loyal user of Dettol.
Obey your thirst.
Obey your thirst.
That is what?
Obey your thirst. I wrote Coca-Cola, you wrote Sprite, and the answer is supposed to be Sprite.
Don't say Pepsi.
It's Sprite. Obey your thirst. You got it. Yeah.
Number 3?
It's in the game. That is number 3. It's in the game.
That looks like football.
It's in the game. Which one is that? It's football.
I don't know.
EA Sports. It's in the game. It's EA Sports. Yeah.
It's what?
It's EA Sports.
What is that?
EA Sports is it's FIFA. It's like FIFA.
Sasa hiyo tungejuaje?
Watu wanacheza.
Yo rudiwe. Kimeibiwa. Number 4.
All right, number 4 is off the wall. I have no idea what that is. Totally. Completely. Vans off the wall.
Shoes.
Yeah.
Basi sungekata red bottoms. Msia yuko fair. Mwanaume. Number 5, art of
Number
performance.
5 is art of performance.
You wrote nothing.
And neither did you.
I know.
So did you.
Jaguar.
Oh, Jaguar. Sorry, that's quite that's
interesting.
Yeah. Should have known that. It was my first car, but all right.
Okay.
Asante sana. At least you got something.
Yeah, I got one. He got nothing. So let me just say that.
Yeah, squeezy. The bar is low here. 1 is quite a performance.
I know. To me try.
All right, to me try. So let's. Thank you for playing the game with me. And for having the conversation on my MHESH 2022.
Yes.
How do you think Kenyans can get themselves involved now with my MHESH? Like mtu wako nje anataka kuinvolve my MHESH ama anataka kusaidia ku update info or anything Kenya wa kawaida tu na feel, is there a way? Do they have a place?
Yes,
other
they have
than
a place.
reviewing the platform?
Yes, they have a place. Whatever it is that you feel like you need, you can just send me an email on info@mymhesh
Tell them on that
2022.
camera, yeah.
Oh, this one over here.
Yeah.
You can send me an email on info@mymhesh2022.com. I'm the only one who accesses the email, so if you send the email, I'll get it. Also, please, you can peruse our website on www.mymhesh2022.com, and please download our app on Play Store. Give me 5 stars like Uber. that would really help the app.
Right.
Yeah.
Spoken like my Uber driver right after the ride ended.
Yeah. Wanasemanga ukumbuke stars, ukumbuke kunirate.
Ukumbuke 5 stars.
Yes.
MHESH, it's there on the screen, so wale ambao wana hawajaweza kuiaccess, make sure that you're getting it. Ndio hiyo dashboard that's just been shown on air, MHESH 2022. They also have an application. Is there a difference between the app and the website?
The framework, but the functionality is the same.
Okay.
Yes.
Framework, that is
the way it's venye inakaa. Venye inakaa.
Okay. Unajua nasema ile ni Wakenya tunaelewa. Not UI UX. How big do you have, of a team do you have, or do you work alone?
I don't work alone. I have like a whole team.
Right.
We have a marketing team of 3 people, and then I have my developer, I have me, I have a guy who's maintaining the website. We're like 7 people.
So it's quite a team, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All the best to you.
Thank you.
And to MHESH.
Did you download?
Yes, I have it here.
Reviews. Rate me.
Utangalia, ukitoka utangalia. All right. Thank you very much for having that conversation with me. That has been Hanna Kanuna, the founder and director of MHESH 2022. Make sure you're also checking My Kenyan Guide. mykenyanguide.com, as you also check out MHESH. Kwa wale politicians, kina Alpha ulikuwa hapo a few weeks ago vying for the senatorial seat Nairobi County. Make sure una register pale, watu wa Nairobi wakutambue kabisa. Biashara Tuesday still on air, so don't go far. Nipatie your questions, any feedback that you have on social media at Richard_Kenya, the hashtag Biashara Tuesday, and I'll be back to read it. This is still KUTV Rise Today.